Hello, water signs. It's Lulu, and thank you for joining me here on House Radio for the Indie Reads. Okay, so really quick, the first thing that I'll do is pull a crystal card for you all as an overview that you can add to your Ashe toolbox. You can focus on a picture of the crystal. Get the actual crystal, look up the meaning of the crystal, how it connects to your world and your life, your synchronicities or what have you. Because there's a lot of information in just looking into one thing. Of course, it'll connect and trigger other things to look into, and be mindful of the sensations of your mind, body, and what your spirit is telling you when you are looking into things. Let's get into it. All right. What do you have for these beautiful water signs, honey? What do you have? A Bumblebee Jasper. Bumblebee Jasper. It is really cute too. Okay. All of the stones in this deck are polished crystals. I like raw crystals, but you know, it's neither here nor there. It's pretty. Whatever. All right. Number 6. The number is 6, so that is a lot of balance. All right. This has to do with trust. Bumblebee Jasper, startling colors instill a new vibration. The stone stimulates new projects, bringing you the message that you must have honesty in your life. I'm not about to preach about it, child. I'm not going to do that. Because that's been a theme for the past week, honey. Honesty is the best policy. They used to tell us that in school. Self-understanding. You are a divine being with immense inner riches, holding the bright, energizing light of the sun. It feels so good. You were born to carry out a specific task, aren't you? Duh. Charismatic. You naturally attract people. You have inner strength and courageously go where others dare not to go. Bitch, be darn ho. Harvest your resources and put them to work to heal dis-ease, discourse, distorted energies, right? I added those other D's, okay? The divination for this stone is a moment of fertilization. You are being open to new possibilities. Remember that the bee is not aerodynamically designed to fly, but it does, okay? Big belly bee with them little wings, okay? Cut through doubt and uncertainty. Relax and focus. Clear sight is needed. Excuse me, that was a cough, burp, hiccup, chat. Grasp opportunities. Be a leader, right? Aren't you a leader? Thank you. Didn't we discuss that? But avoid arrogance, all right? That can be the death of all things, right? Trust the universe. You overcome obstacles. Someone new lights up your life. The healing insight is food intolerances and other allergies may underlie any physical discomfort you experience, okay? The frequency is earth. The chakra is the sacral and the solar plexus, which it is reflective in the stone itself. The timing is Leo, Virgo, Sagittarius. So you may be dealing with any of those signs, have those signs in your chart where it is being strongly affected and things that you may need to pay attention to at this time. Your soul path of this stone is triumph over the impossible, bitch. You better say it. Excuse me. All right, let's get into it. So let's go with Scorpio first, and Scorpio comes after Libra. All right, what do you have for Scorpio? Abundance. What do you have for Scorpio, honey? Courage and moment to moment. I like it. All right. Do you have what it takes? Do you have what it takes? Do you know that you have what it takes to continue to water what you've already watered, to see it blossom and grow? Right? Always remember that there is a time for spring, winter, fall, summer, right? There's an abundance of blessings that are available to you. There's information that you may have that will lead to success for you if you have the courage to keep moving forward and live your life in a moment by moment way. And I just heard distraction. So you want to make sure that you are not easily distracted as you sit on this creative project, this creative thing, or this abundance overall when moving forward. So let's go ahead and start clarifying here, because with this abundance card, there's a bunch of beautiful colors. All three of these cards have beautiful colors, but the card that sits out the most is the courage card, which is a flower covered with yellow light, and the yellow light is vibrating green. This is heart energy, solar plexus and heart energy. From darkness, which is the concrete, solid foundation, right? Growing the rose that grew from the concrete. What is this abundance card? The Queen of Swords, setting boundaries here. Setting boundaries, being direct with your communication here. This may even be that you want to be very direct in how you approach things, how you move about in the world moving forward. With this Queen of Swords, clarifying this abundance card here. Be open to communication here, 3 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. There's some type of disappointment that may arise, but it's on you how you take that. You're going to have to move forward, because what I'm getting here is that you and maybe your partners or a partnership that you are in here. Yeah, because you got the 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles here. So you want to be mindful of what it is that you are giving your attention into. Maybe in this, maybe you are being promoted here, and there's a need for celebration there at work. But I also see here that there's some type of disappointment when it comes to a relationship here, and you are going into this space where you are going to begin to live your life differently. You've learned something. So let's see. Card popped out. 6 of Pentacles, clarifying the courage to move forward, the courage to be generous in all of your ways. But also with this Queen of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles, it's important that you be mindful of and use your discernment when giving tangible things, resources, or what have you. Be very, use your discernment when doing these things, because I feel as though there may be someone here. You may be focused on this Queen of Wands energy. This Queen of Swords energy, and there's someone here coming from a different direction while you're focused on this Queen of Swords energy to take, okay? So you want to be mindful. You're going to have to look straight ahead when you get this balance that you need. Yeah, the Tower and the 5 of Cups. Because something may be coming out of nowhere. Something may be happening out of nowhere. That's why they need you in that moment-to-moment energy, so that you'll be able to react to a possible Tower. What is this moment-to-moment? The Hierophant. Yeah. All right. This is you committing to what it is that you came to do and how you came to do it. This could be starting school, going to some type of school or what have you, taking something to court. This could even be that you are at the mercy of a high priest or a high priestess here or what have you. It's something about, because they have 2 people kneeling in front of one person. But with this moment-to-moment being clarified by this Hierophant card, this is going back to the drawing board. This is doing things in a constructive way, or conditioning, right? And maybe you are reevaluating your conditioning. Clarify this Hierophant. This could be a commitment, though. 10 of Swords. The Hierophant is clarified by the 10 of Swords here. So there's an ending to something. This may even be an ending to the structure at your workplace. They need you to have a lot of balance, you may be dealing with a Sagittarius, but they need you to balance yourself, balance your temper, balance your mood. All right. So that's Scorpio. Now then, let's go into Pisces. What do you have for Pisces, please? A new vision. What do you have for Pisces? Pisces, innocence. Pisces, existence. All right, you're going back to the drawing board. Okay, Mercury retrograde. You're going back to the drawing board when it comes to how you perceive things. What is it? What do you consider self-perception versus the views and opinions of other people's perceptions? With this new vision, this is a new way of life, a new way of looking at things, but also bringing back that childlike wonder and awe. There's a lot of cosmic energy here, so you may be strongly affected by certain planets at this time, or you may be strongly affected or have been strongly affected by the visions of others and not seeing clearly where it is that you want to go, and all of a sudden, boom, aha, you realize the simplicity of what it is that you were looking for. Questions that you had The answers are coming like magic, right? They're coming up in conversations. They're coming up in billboards. They're coming up in license plates. Like, the answers that you need are so, it's like they are bringing you back to the simplicity of life, the simple things that matter, but also a simpler way of looking at things instead of having to get so much information or do so much research. It's back to the beginning, right? Which is really the nature of how we're really supposed to be. So you're seeing that you are questioning everything that you have questioned and everything that you have looked into. You're beginning to see it in a different light. You're beginning to see it in a different way, because they are taking you back to your beginning, the beginning that has to do it with at least 2 to 3 past lives from now. All right. What is this new vision for Pisces? The Empress. You are realizing that you are abundant. You are realizing your connection with parenthood, your mother, but overall matriarch energy, right? But you're also realizing that some of you may be realizing that you want a child, or you're looking at children differently now, and the nurturing and care of children, the birth of something here. This is giving birth to something here. So a reminder. What is this Innocence card? Prince of Swords. All right. Now, you may even begin to communicate differently, but overall, this is something that you are learning, something that you are taught, or realizing the innocence and who taught you what you've learned, and how those viewpoints molded you into who you had become, and how you are back at the drawing board when it comes to how you view your future, how you view whatever terms of endearment have to do with this, because that was something that came in my mind. All right. With this Prince of Swords, I also feel as though there's someone coming in to communicate with you, or share some type of secret with you. Clarify this Prince of Swords. Yeah, 2 of Cups. Someone may even want to take the relationship to the next level, but overall, there's some type of communication between lovers pouring into each other. What is this existence? And it's going to feel good. Existence has to do with 7 of Swords. Again, this goes into that space of you realizing where the lies lied. You realizing what the truth is. You realizing that how far you've come has created the reality that you are in, and how that works moving forward in your future, you see. With the 7 of Swords, it's like certain things that you were holding on to that didn't serve you anymore, and it kind of put roadblocks in your life that could have been avoided. What is the 7 of Swords, honey? The Tower. Yeah, this is a breakthrough, a breakdown. You may even break down and cry. Justice card. Justice will prevail. Excuse me, y'all. I hope y'all didn't hear that. But justice will prevail here. I feel like the lid is being blown off of a family situation, or some type of to do with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Some of these people will be saved. Some of these people will not be saved. 6 people. This is the divine stepping in to tilt the scales in order for them to be rebalanced. What is this Empress card, honey? The Prince of Cups. An offer coming in of creativity, curiosity. It may even have to do with what it is that you put your emotions into and how you do those things. But this is a nurturing energy here. Yeah, and it has to do with a Queen of Wands. Maybe a Queen of Wands is making an offer to you, or apologizing to you, or this person could easily have been someone that now you see clearly of who they are and what they are, and want to speak your truth when it comes to a certain situation. All right. Clarify what you want to clarify real quick. The Prince of Torches. I feel as though you may be in a space of comfort when it comes to how you go after things. It's a different approach. You just feel that fire and you go after it, right? You know exactly what you want, how you want it. You are just moving forward in that way. It's kind of like a innocence to that in itself, because you're ready for an adventure. You're inspired by some type of change. You are relaxed and allowing when it comes to connecting with your intuition and being very adamant about the way your direction and where you are going. So I feel like some of you may even be finding your purpose at this time. All right. What do you have for Cancers? The Cancerians. Consciousness. What do you have for Cancerians? Laziness. What do you have for Cancerians? Compromise. All right. So now you've seen something that you can't unsee. Something. You're seeing some. Excuse me, y'all. You're seeing something that you can't unsee here. And what's happening is it's allowing you to relax in the womb of the universe, okay? You may be taking, you may have come into contact with some information that is allowing you to really relax and take a retreat, disconnect from the world. Look at things do things in a more relaxed way, because that laziness has to do with you may have done a lot of work, you may have put a lot of time into something, you may have had to walk away from certain things in order for you to move forward. And you're with this laziness card, he's sitting under one of those beach umbrellas looking at the compromise card. In order to make a decision, you're going to have to bring balance to a certain situation. All right. Clarify this consciousness card. You want to do Buddha meditations, Hindu meditations, any type of meditations that have to do with you having in your view any type of stone figures, basically. Princess of Swords is coming through with this consciousness. This is the truth being revealed. This is communication from either a person or maybe telepathic communication. But overall, I think that you are drawn to certain diagrams, paradigms, signs and symbols. That's what I got, check. Cutting through to the truth of the matter. What is this laziness? Five of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Yeah, you pull back when it comes to you may have been tired, because the Five of Pentacles can be physical exhaustion. It can be you moved into this space where you're beginning with this laziness. You realize what really matters in life. This may be you reevaluating the value of things when it comes to finances, materialistic things, whatever it is. With this Three of Cups, it's like you find out that there's some type of third-party situation, right? It could easily be that when you are out and about, or when you take time out to really reflect because this truth was revealed, you may even realize where you may have lacked in certain areas that cause certain issues of concern, right? I'm going to clarify those cards in a second, but let me go ahead and clarify this compromise card. What is this compromise card? The Three of Swords. You ain't got time for it. Someone wants to ask you for forgiveness. Someone feels as though that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Something was revealed to you that someone may have tried to hide behind a door, behind a wall. It's something like that. You're going to find some type of material evidence of some type of betrayal. What is this Princess of Swords really quick for Cancers? Seven of Cups. I told you something came to the forefront of your awareness about the truth about where your vision was clouded, where you were off beat, where you were under the illusion of a number of things happening all at once, and you had all these options, opportunities, or things that were placed in your way. You cut through that. It's like a sword. When a sword, you're taking your sword of truth, or someone is bringing you a sword of truth about some type of options or illusions that were placed on you, and now you can't unsee it. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, so you may go back and forth with yourself until you realize what needs to be happening. Someone may have breadcrumbed you or tried to put you in a situation, a third-party situation, to drain your finances. Clarify these Three of Swords. The Death card. It's an end. I feel like you, instead of compromising, you just went ahead and put an end to a certain situation, or there's some type of transformation that is happening in this space. Yep. The Death card, High Priestess, and the Magician. Put an end to a situation in order for you to see things clearly. Okay? Because what I'm getting here is that when you pull back your energy and realize where you were being depleted in some form or fashion, right? Whatever you were giving your attention to. Clarify this Three of Cups. You pulled your energy back, and now someone is begging for your forgiveness. That someone, Eight of Cups. Someone you walked away from, a situation you walked away from, when you just finally realized that you cried your last tear, or you're not giving any more emotion, time, or effort to that. Seven of Pentacles. Is it worth working on? Is it not? What's worth putting in work for the long haul. You may even go into this space where you need someone to prove who they are, prove their, it may be a 9 of Pentacles, someone who is single, someone who, this may be you being single though. But like, is this what's worth working on moving forward? What can I do independently versus codependently, right? 10 of Wands, because you had enough. You are releasing yourself of baggage. Something has finally come to an end. You're in a space where there's a new beginning with that Death card and that Magician card and the High Priestess. Something is being revealed to you where you can go ahead and nip it in the bud, because it was just holding on for dear life, and it's like, no, it's time for it to be over with. You move into this space where you're more relaxed, right? The Empress card didn't come out, but I do feel Empress energy when it comes to just moving into this space of relaxation in order to attract instead of trying to push, pull, being the 7 of Cups energy where you're reaching, grasping for straws and nothing seems to work, or you feel like you're under the illusion of your emotions. You may have been depressed, stressed out, in a space of just really reassessing how you, what you give your feelings to or emotions to, how you react, respond, what really means anything to you at all, right? And how and why does it mean something to you, and who is attached to what that means to you, and all that type of shit, right? So now you are realizing from a totally different perspective of like how you will move about in the world. What is this compromise card? One last card. The Hangman, taking a pause for reflection. That's that laziness card. You're looking at it, but you're not letting anyone see how you're looking at it. You're looking at it and you're not revealing your feelings to anyone. You're just pulling back, relaxing, and allowing yourself to really reevaluate your entire circumstance, your entire situation, who you are in this moment, what you will do moving forward, what you're willing to compromise, right? What are you willing to sacrifice? Yeah, in order to have this torn down, in order for it to be rebuilt with this Tower. You got a lot of major cards, a lot of major action happening, okay? And what I really get from this is that this is going to affect probably children. This is going to affect a number of people. The decision that you make, the compromise that you like. You're not just thinking about yourself. You're thinking about this thing from a broader perspective. You're thinking about this thing from a broader perspective, right? So it's not, you realize, right, that my old adage, it's not just about you. Everything ain't about you, okay? And you realize that you are in a space of like, oh, okay, now I see. Because whatever it is that was revealed to you, and you have evidence, you have receipts, you have facts, okay? Not just your feelings, okay? You are no longer under the illusion of it's the equivalent of when people are in a relationship for many years, and the person that they are dealing with keeps lying, betraying them, and all of this stuff, and they just keep letting it go by because they just hoping, wishing, praying with the 7 of Cups that they gonna see things clearly and they'll finally change. And it's like, no, you gotta be the change, because they are not going to change until you change. People will do what you allow them to do. Okay, all right. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you, Cancerians, for staying to the end. I do recommend, of course, that you listen to all of the reads, because that's what that is, and that's what it's going to be. I am Lulu I Love, and I love each and every one of you. I wish you and your family and friends nothing but top tier blessings, honey.